Hi guys, and welcome back to another news feature, which feels like we haven't done one for absolutely ages, and we certainly haven't done one in our new location. I think it's been around 2 months. We are in our new location now, and I would just like to mention that we do have a Cars and Coffee / open day on Sunday morning between 10 and 1. So if you can come down, come and check us out, come and look at some of the cars if you haven't seen them before. Ricky from LLF is coming down, and also my friends at Quattro Coachworks are doing their open day at the same time, so you can come and check their facility out also. Loads has been going on with BMW since I've been off the news features. Mini celebrated the 60th birthday. They previewed a lot of cars that you might have seen. We did a feature on the BMW X5 Protection VR6 and also the Vanta Black X6, which are being featured at the Frankfurt Motor Show, which is going on at the moment. Moving on to the Frankfurt Motor Show, lots of new cars being featured there. Those two I've just mentioned. Also, Mini Electric has been released, and they're also showing the hydrogen version of what looks like, I think, the X5M will look like when it comes out. But the most controversial of all, I'll start with, which is the new 4 Series. I'll start with the good parts. It looks absolutely amazing from the side. It looks really cool from the back and the rear angles. But when you come to the front, it's got this huge grille, which, you know, we've already mentioned on the X7, where this really looks like an angry beaver. It's a really bold design, and I think it's going to split a lot of opinion. The rest of the car does look absolutely amazing. I love the way the headlights don't actually have a cover, and the LEDs are kind of recessed into the headlight. The lines on the side of the car, really nice, sweeping lines. The whole silhouette of the car is really cool. I also like the feature of the side mirrors being integrated into the aluminium piece that goes across. That's really trick. I don't think that's going to make it onto the production version. I do like the fact they've made the F4 Series look different to the 3 Series, and it's going to be really interesting to see how much of that front grille makes it to the production version. One of the biggest issues I have with the front grille is obviously the size of it, but like a lot of cars have to have a front number plate, so where do you put that? In countries where you don't have to have it, it's not so much of a problem. On other cars like the Alfa, for example, which has a big grille and gets away with it, they push it to the side. I have, with the help of my friend Amjad, made a Photoshop of a 4 Series on how I would like it to look. So we've made the grille look a little bit smaller, like the CSL Homage had, and we've also added a set of 660 wheels, lowered the car slightly, and added some carbon fiber trim to it. I think it does look really cool like this, and the grille at that level I would find acceptable. I also like to mention the colour on the concept car is really cool. It's not something we've seen before, and I hope that does make it to the production vehicles. BMW are also showcasing the new X6 at Frankfurt, and they've done something very trick with this car. It's the first car in the world covered in Vanta Black, which is the darkest material known to man. Now, I did get invited over by BMW to Munich a couple of weeks ago to check this out before it was actually released, and we've made a video on it, so we'll put a link on that so you can go check that out. At the same time, we also checked out the BMW X5 Protection, which is a car for VIP, heads of states, people like that who need an armoured car. So the whole premise of this X5 is to keep the passengers safe from attack from something like an AK-47, and it was really cool to check that out at the same time. I really like to do more of these videos, so if you can go check those videos out for me, that would help a lot. Looking into the future, BMW also had their M Vision Next, which they showcased a couple of months ago. So it was a good chance for a lot of people to check the car out. It looks like a modern version of the i8, but M have said that they will look at using hybrid technology in their future cars, and it's a real futuristic look at where M division may go. I think it actually looks pretty cool. Obviously it has some slightly garish orange highlights at the moment, but obviously that won't make it to the production version. Like every other manufacturer, BMW are also making a massive push for electrification. And talking about the future of mobility, there is an alternative which BMW are looking into, and that's hydrogen technology. BMW have showcased a new X5, which looks like a preview of the X5M. So the normal X5 has been taken and the bumpers are slightly different. So I've got a good feeling this is what the X5M will look like. And it's going to be really interesting for the future to see how hydrogen technology stacks up against electric. What's going to win out of both of those? Let us know in your comments below. This year also marked the 60th anniversary of the Mini, which has been an absolute icon the world over. And it also marks a very interesting journey for the Mini, because now the Mini E has been released, which is the Mini Electric. And it's one of the first electric cars that looks fully like a normal road car, but has a complete electric powertrain. So that's going to be an interesting seller for BMW, because a lot of the time now electric cars look futuristic and it may be putting people off. But in this way, they've bought a car that everyone's familiar with, and the way I guess people are buying them is that if they're paying a monthly fee for a car, instead of having to pay fuel, they can just put that towards a brand new car. The range is not as much as some of the other cars out there, but I think it's going to be a very popular model. So that's the news for now. I'd just like to reiterate that we do have our Cars and Coffee Open Day meet on Sunday the 15th at 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So if you're around, please do check us out. So that's the news. If you want to watch more BMW related news, you can watch that over here. If you'd like to watch something YouTube suggests you might like from our other videos, you can watch that over here. Now, if you did like the video, please click that thumbs up button. And if you've got any questions, you can put those in the comments for us. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel.